So many things happened today. I was going to talk about maybe net neutrality, the llama chase, or maybe the fact that Twitter is finally going to block abusive Twitterers by their emails and phone numbers. I was going to talk about some of that stuff, maybe all of that stuff, and then the dress happened. Happy Friday, Paul Talkers. This is going to be an unscripted vlog, hopefully a pretty fast one, because of hashtag the dress. Let me start off, first of all, by apologizing sincerely to Just Fran. I doubted a lot of things that were going on in the middle of the day yesterday, and I absurdly accused you or your boyfriend, or you interpreting your boyfriend, of lying, basically. I accused you and or your boyfriend of lying, and that sucks. I am a dick for doing it. I'm very sorry. This whole dress thing reminded me of a thing that was happening, I think last year or the year before, where some big British YouTuber at the end of their vlog said that everybody should go onto Twitter and tweet a thing that wasn't a true thing. And although I obviously remember none of the details of what happened, or I would tell you, I remember that happening, and I thought, okay, I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers tweet about this dress being one of two colors. It must be another prank thing again. So I figured that everybody who was saying something that I wasn't seeing was lying. It wasn't until I started seeing multiple people from around the world saying that they could all see white and gold in the dress that I began to realize it wasn't just a prank on me or a bunch of people lying. People were literally seeing different colors from what I had seen. Now, as soon as I saw a picture of the dress and the question posed, what color do you see here, I immediately went to some bookmarks that I had about color blindness, because that was a topic that I'd been interested in before, and I looked through all the different types of color blindness, which I thought this was, to see if this might be the case. It was not, and thus I immediately started accusing everybody of lying to me. Oh, I was such a dick. But, as Mindy Kaling tweeted tonight, when we think about the colors that we see, we think of them as objective truths. And so when someone says that something that you think of as an objective truth is not true, it shakes you to your core. That's like a fundamental belief that a color is a color. And it shouldn't be. I know from my own studies about optical illusions and about different visual perceptions from person to person. But I reacted viscerally in anger. Now here's the thing, I am calm and kind of laughing about it now, but that might only be because it was verified by many people that it really was a blue and black dress. And so I felt validated by that. There's an explanation about what's likely happening on Tumblr, and I'll link that below in the doobly-doo. Apparently I'm one of the people, a minority, who doesn't need a lot of incoming light to be able to see colors the same way in dim light as in bright light. So for me, I was seeing blue and black no matter where it was. But for other people, the ones who are seeing white and gold, they actually see different coloring in dim light information as bright light information. So I don't think that it's right to say that anyone was seeing the colors correctly, but the blue and black color seers were seeing the dress the same way they would have seen it in a well-lit, well-taken photograph, and the white and gold dress viewers were seeing a different coloring because they weren't getting enough information to their eyes. What if it had turned out that my perception of the dress didn't match the view of the dress in bright light in a good photograph? I would be flipping my shit still. I could not handle it, and I'm not sure how long it would take for me to calm down about it. But those are the details of the dress itself. What does the whole experience on Twitter tell us about people? Well, there are a lot of different reactions to the dress, and one common one was, it's just ugly, and then some sort of dismissal. I don't like that reaction. That reaction says that just because something is not important to you, you're going to dismiss the fact that it is obviously important in some fashion to many people that you are seeing react to it. That tendency happens all over life, not just with the dress. And when that tendency happens with more serious topics, the people who dismiss something that is important to lots of people in front of them, they're rarely viewed positively. It's fine if you don't care, but you know what you can do if you don't care? Not comment at all. You don't have to be a jerk to people it's obviously affecting. What if we were all messed up by the constraints within which we were framed this question? When I first saw this question, I saw it as, are you seeing black and blue or white and gold? But my honest reaction is that I saw neither of those color schemes. I actually saw a purplish, lavenderish, maybe lilac, and then I saw muddy dark brown for the trim of the dress. And you know, I've seen colors in dim light and bright light, so I can interpret lilac and muddy brown equals blue and black in daylight. So I voted into that camp, and I stayed in that camp, even though every time I said blue-black, I felt like I was lying a little bit. I was really seeing lilac dark brown. But what if none of us had been given any choices? What if the only question was, what color is this? Infinite options. Then what would we have said? I probably would have said, I see like a purplish, brownish dress. Did you definitely see it in white gold or blue black? Or did you see it in some other gradation between the two? I wonder if that matters. Aside from accusing Fran's boyfriend of being a liar, I'm very sorry, Fran. I was a dick. I'm sorry. Aside from that, I don't think I was a dick to anybody else. Mostly because by the time I started really interacting with lots of other people who were seeing the white gold color scheme, I had already read this explanation on Tumblr about why we might be seeing these different colors. And so I calmed down. And I think that in most situations, I try to find out the details of what's going on before I come to a conclusion myself. It's just that this time, my perceptions were being called into question. I reacted badly. Hopefully, the memory of the dress will stand out for me, and I will not behave so badly in the future when my own perceptions are called into question again. What are your thoughts on the 2015 event, The Dress? What do you think it says about us as people? Let me know in the comments below. Or tell me anything that matters to you, because I want to know what matters to you. If you like this vlog, please give me a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe. This Saturday, the 28th of February, I'm going to do a Team Up Google Hangout live video event here on this channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I would very much like for you to join us, and you can ask us questions, and you can interact with us, and you can tell us things, and that would be great. As always, thanks for watching, and tomorrow will be even better, because I'm going to have a Google Hangout.